What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Professor L. Baby, I'm back. Peace to the gods, the goddesses, the kings, the queens, and all the children of the Most High God. How you doing out there? How you doing out there? I just want to take a moment to, before I get into this lecture, consciousness, sex magic for the gods. Now I may put males in parentheses, but because I already had the esoteric power of the pussy. So that was for the females, the goddesses. This lecture is specifically for the gods, but the sisters are welcomed to listen in. My brothers, what's going on? How you doing out there? Peace to the gods, the goddesses, the kings, the queens, and all the children of the Most High. Let me explain my intro. When I say peace to the gods, the goddesses, kings, the queens, and all the children of the Most High, I'm speaking of three specific classifications. You have to remember, when Yeshua came through, or when any master teacher comes through, they know that there are those out there who already have the knowledge. There are those out there who are already resonating on a high frequency. There are those out there who have already tapped into their truth with their God. So therefore, I am just merely breaking bread with the gods and the goddesses. And then when you hear me say the kings and the queens, I am addressing those who are confident, successful, and they know who they are, and they're well on their path. And then when you hear me say to the children of the Most High God, that particular group are those who enjoy listening to my lecture. They understand some portions of the Bible. They understand a certain level of spirituality with a certain level of religious instruction, as I should say. I don't know, maybe another way to put that. But anyway, when I say the children of the Most High God, for those who resonate on a spiritual frequency. And this information is coming at them, man, because the universe knows that when they hear this, certain measures of truth within this frequency will gravitate toward them and will attract them and then place them on a much more higher path. So you got to understand when I break down, when I say peace to the gods, the goddesses, the kings, the queens, and all the children of the Most High God. Now, when I start teaching, and if you don't necessarily resonate on this frequency, then you don't necessarily fit into one of those classifications. But hey, when I started learning this, it was just grabbing at me slowly because I had a thirst for spiritual truth. I put religion to the side and I had a thirst for spiritual truth. Now, let me get into what I've been holding back for a minute because I know the gods is waiting for this. This is sex magic for the gods. What's up to the brothers out there? Peace. I know y'all been waiting for this one. So now, if you're not familiar with what I'm about to get into, I encourage the brother or the sister to listen to Consciousness, the Esoteric Power of Pussy. I encourage you to listen to that audio so you'll understand how I'm flowing with this one, because this particular message is for the gods. I've already talked to the goddesses and let them know the power that they have, so now I'm going to talk to the gods. Peace to the gods. Now, my lectures are non-denominational. That means it doesn't matter to me what religion you are. My lectures are also for any race, creed, color, nationality. Why? Because I'm a universal brother. And I love myself, and myself is all of you. So now, let's get right into it because I know y'all been waiting for this. My brothers, my brothers, my brothers. Like I said in the Esoteric Power of the Pussy audio lecture, your woman sitting next to you is a powerful, powerful source, connection to the original source of your essence. The original source of who you are first came through the woman. That's why when you look at this picture of the baby sitting on Mary's lap, a lot of people look at the baby, but they don't look at the woman. Then you take that picture of that woman, and then you go into the Bible where it says, let us make man. And I'm going to let you figure it out from there, because I ain't got time to get into all that. What I'm trying to let you know is that you came out of a woman, so therefore, the woman that you came out of, this is absolute power. You got to understand this esoterically. You came out of the woman. You know, there's got people out there playing tricks on you and say, oh, a woman was pulled from the rib of man. Show me a man today that can pull a woman from his rib. All right? And I will show you 1,000,000 women that can pull a man from between their legs. I'm telling you, I can show you 1,000,000 women that can pull a man from between their legs. But I bet you can't show me one man that can pull a woman from under his arm, off of his rib. But anyway, let's get into the esoteric power of the masculine energy. My brothers, your woman is a forest. Her womb is absolute power. So therefore, with her being the feminine energy, and you being the masculine energy, with her being creation, and with you being initiation, you have to understand what it means in Genesis, esoterically speaking, when it says the Spirit of God, the initiator, floated over the surfaces of the earth, the woman's womb. You see what I'm talking about? And when you get these two elements together, the initiator and creation, things can happen. Masculine and feminine energy. So now, my brothers, I just tried to make that briefly. I explained it much more thorough in Esoteric Power of the Pussy. But I don't really want to get into all of that. I want to get into what you have to do to be able to perform sex magic when you knocking them boots. So let's get into this. So now that you know that your woman is the garden, she is creation, and you are the initiator. Strong, girl, creative, idealistic. And not to say that she's not all these things, but she's more receptive to your energy at this stage. And don't forget, now you have to understand, your woman must be comfortable and happy. You know, you want to make her womb like rich soil. I don't know who's listening. You know what rich soil looks like when you get ready to put seeds in it? Oh my goodness, just sitting there waiting for the seeds. You got to make your woman happy. Because when your woman is happy, her soil, her womb is rich and ripe and ready for any acts of initiation that you now come forth with. Any loving acts. Let's be clear on that, my brothers. So now, have to understand who your woman is. This is Mary. This is the source of all. This is the source that gave you life. You know, you have to understand, Mary represents the virgin soil aspect of your mind, waiting for creative ideas to plant energy in there and manifest a thought. And, oh my goodness, who's listening? Can I take you higher with this? You see, you have to understand who you are in relation to who she is, masculine and feminine energy. So I'm trying to keep this on a level where everybody can understand it. But I could go way upstairs with this. But let me stay on the first floor for now. How y'all doing out there? This Professor L. You know I'm coming for real, baby. So now, the first thing you do is when you want to perform, and don't be caught up when you hear me saying, if you don't know, once again, like I say, you got to go to the Esoteric Power Pussy, because I don't want to go into the whole, look, I'm at 9 minutes already and I ain't make one real point yet. I don't want to get into the whole, magic thing. If you don't know who you are, that's why I say I break my intro down to the gods, the goddesses, the kings, the queens, and children of the Most High. Because those people who fit into those categories will resonate with this frequency. They're not going to say, oh, you say magic? Oh, no, magic, no! You see, if you like that, then you should just, you're not on this level yet. Because I'm talking to the gods, the goddesses, the kings, the queens, and all the children of the Most High who resonate on this frequency. So when you hear me using the words like magic and rituals, you see, because you're already doing that. You're already doing that. You're a god. Manifesting thoughts, making things happen. Oh, who's listening? I need real conscious gangsters eating, sucking this up. This is food for the gods. You see, every time you initiate an act, you are implementing the law of action. So let's talk about the law of action when it comes to sex. You gotta understand how universal laws work in every single area of your life. I don't come to play, baby. I don't come to play. People are like, they break things down and no, everything is God. Every single thing you do is godly, and every single thing you do will come back to you to teach you about yourself. Yes, you got to understand karma and how karma comes to dance with you. I'm going to have a lecture on karma. Yeah, when you see me put it up, consciousness. When karma comes to dance. You want to listen to that one. But let's get back to the sex magic. You see, so with you being an initiator, a god, and this woman is the goddess, the womb. She's creation just waiting, especially if she's fertile, so keep her happy. This is sex magic I'm talking about. You see, so now what you're going to do is, you're going to come up with an idea. You say, let me give you an example. Let's just take the ordinary average brother, and he's a clerk at his job, but he may not necessarily have all the academic requirements, but he wants a certain position of power. He want to go from clerk, and he want to get this position as a manager. So what I would suggest this brother do is go look in the manager's office. If you know, just use this as a primary example, and then you can place it in your situation. Go look at the manager's office. And then while you're standing there looking in the manager's office, you know, you ain't got to stand there and go all up in the person. Yo, what the hell you doing in there? Get your ass back up there on the factory line, son. Smack that ass up. Coming all up in my office. Nah, okay. Well, you know, just glance in the office and see the setup, and then temporarily imagine that's your picture of your wife on the desk. That's your radio playing jazz that you like to hear. Those are your little sports pictures up on the wall. This is your office now, and you're the manager. You see, what you're doing is you're creating a vision, because what I'm getting ready to teach you is that when you're going to temporarily look at this vision and say, you know what? Okay, this is going to be my office. I'm going to bless my God with a sex ritual, with the goddess and the powerful womb that he has given me. I'm going to initiate a miracle. Well, you see, y'all don't know how Jesus used to get down. You don't know that Jesus means high consciousness, not a man. Wisdom of God that flows through man is what Jesus is. But I don't want to get into that. You see, so you're gonna create that scenario where this is your office. I'm gonna get this position. I don't care about whether or not I got the academic credentials. I don't care whether or not I got the time in. My God is great. And when I ask my God for something, my God will give it to me. So I'm gonna picture myself in this office. And then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna discuss this promotion with my goddess. You see where your woman comes in? You are the initiator and she is creation. Yes, you did come from between them legs, son. They created you. Us, should I say. But let's get right into it. So then you sit down with your goddess. Now, this is, I don't know what level of consciousness your goddess having. I don't even know the level of communication that her may have. You may go to her and say, hey, baby, I want to do a little sex magic with you. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus! Jesus! Curse his lips! Curse his lips! So if your woman is not resonating on that conscious frequency, I don't suggest, you approach it in that particular fashion. You might, if you're a conscious brother and the woman is not conscious, just set up the sex act. That's all you got to do. And make sure she's happy. Don't go in, yo, baby, we going to do something tonight? Nah. Some guys are like that. But anyway, set it up. I don't want to prolong this. Look, you got to set it up. Candles. Remember, because you need the elements. Got to go back to the esoteric power of the pussy. Candles. Incense. Some music. Make her happy. You might want to take her out to dinner. Make her happy. And you know what lights your lady up. You know what brings that smile to her face. You know what makes her feel all warm on the inside. Treat her like a lady. And then when you get her home, now remember, you set this up. You getting ready to get up in there. She's all, do what you got to do. You know your lady, son. You know your lady, son. If you got to get on the diving board and go deep, go deep. I'm serious. You want to warm her up. You know what I'm saying? You want to. So that way, when she receives you, her womb is like soil, ready, ripe ripe. Because in around about 120 days, you're going to harvest. Anywhere from, see, when it comes to magic is an individual taking their will to transform their situation. If you look up Aleister Crowley, he'll kind of break it down something like that. It's the using of your will to transform your situation, your environment. You got to understand how magic works with the term, the kingdom is within you. You see, you got to understand, you got to tie all this in. They've been hiding a lot of things from you. But a brother like me come to reveal and drop the science. This is food for the gods. So let's get back to it. So, you know, now you got it. Once you get it on going on there and you spanking the ooh, yeah, that's it, baby. Who am I? And you got, see, don't worry about your vision just yet. You know, you working that remote, you working that locomotive, but you all up in there, taking it from one end of that room to the next, smacking it, and then you gotta say your name. What's my name? You know how you gotta do. You gotta get all up in there. You gotta go from the front room to the back room. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get all the way up in there. You gotta get to the back door, and then you gotta make another room up in that place. Whoa, we talking about territorial expansion. I think y'all got the idea. And then you gotta flip over and smack it up. Pow, 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 pow. Then you pull it here. Then the weed come on. You see? Whoa. You see, you can't. You got to be easy. Because sometimes it depends on your woman's situation. You know, because she will light your ass up if you fuck with the weave. No, I'm serious. Hold on, Shazam. I just had this shit done yesterday. Here your ass come with all this high dreamy genius shit. Listen, Harley fucking Baba here. Don't pull on this here shit. Smack the ass. Do whatever you gotta do. But don't pull on no. Oh, Lord have mercy. Can you manifest that 250 tonight, nigga? Don't fuck with this. Oh, my God. I don't know where all this shit come from. You gotta know your woman's situation. No, honestly, you really gotta know your woman's situation. You know, so get into that thing, man, but don't touch that daggone weed. But anyway, once you get to that daggone spot, once you get to it, I mean, like, sometimes you getting all this real good. You gotta give a fuck about the fuck that weed, nigga. Smack that ass! Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, you know, it is what it is. Everybody enjoys their own situation. So we don't know what type of extremes we'll go to when we reach that glorious peak of the orgasm when you're basically in the bosom of God. You see, and that's the point I want to talk about right there. Once you get to that orgasm, when you hit that peak, and she holding on and lock that ass around you real good. Once you hit that peak, as you are going through that peak, you should be now sitting in that office. Yeah, baby. Feet up, jazz music playing, people coming at the door and you signaling them off, telling them, yo, I'm meditating for a moment, I'll get back to you. Or you might want to close your office door. Put your feet up and say, bless your God. You see, you got to do like Neville Goddard says. You know, if you don't know who Neville Goddard is, research the brother. You got to do like Neville Goddard says. You got to feel it real. You see, you ask, you believe, but before you receive, you must immerse yourself in your own visual creation. And when you're in the subsiding stages of that orgasm, whatever your vision is that you desire, you live it at that moment. She's in the cool down stage, you're in the cool down stage. And what would make it even more powerful is that if she knew of the vision so that she could also have the vision of her man sitting in that office, feet up, talking to her on the phone saying, baby, what's for dinner tonight? Yeah, or maybe you want to go out to eat. You know, we got it like that now. Yeah, in the new Jeep. Yeah, the company car. Man, let me stop. But nah, you see, it doesn't matter. That's just an example. Whatever. You see, it's at that orgasm, at that peak is when you live in that vision. You make that vision real, like Neville Goddard says. You gotta start tapping into all the great sages, man. A lot of them are my mentors. The great sages, Dr. Dwayne Dwyer, Esther Abrams, Eckhart Tolle. You gotta read their sciences about how to live in a vision that you create for yourself, the miracle. And then you and your lady just subside. And more than likely you fall asleep. And now here's the scientific aspect of creating sex magic. When you create this little experience in your own universe, whatever the vision you had at the peak of that orgasm, because when you was at the peak of that orgasm, you was literally in the bosom of God. You have to understand an orgasm, high sexual frequency. That's why they say love is the highest frequency. You can't get no higher than that. And if you don't know how to spell love, once you get all up in there, you don't got to be able to say L-O-V-E. The universe already know where you're headed. Oh, the universe know where you're going. Lots of times, people be wasting sex acts. Yo, baby, come on, let me knock them boots. Oh, girl, that was good. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Why don't you go fix me a bologna sandwich? You see... And there she go make the bologna sandwich with the little Coors can of Bud Light, and y'all ready to turn on Netflix. The whole opportunity wasted. You could have done great things. You see, with sex magic, if you're having a problem with your child, you can reverse that situation through sex magic. You don't have to go beating on the child. Oh Lord, this child don't do this. I'm gonna get my damn belt. That's it. Woo! What that ass like? Nah, you see, if you really knew your power, the esoteric power of your consciousness as a God. That's why I say, yo, when you tap into my lectures, I only come with the food for the gods. I only come with the food for the gods. You see, because only certain individuals resonate on it. You got to understand, when Yeshua came to the earth, he ain't go knocking on the door. Hey, I'm delivering a word today. You're going to be coming to this sermon to listen to this sermon on demand. No, the brother just was being himself, resonating on a high frequency. And when you resonate on that high frequency, others will gravitate toward you according to the law of attraction. You got to remember, the laws are always in effect. Now remember, let me get back to the end of this so I can close this out. I hope you brothers are learning and enjoying this, because remember, ye are gods. John 10:34-35. I ain't making this shit up. It's right there in the word. John 10:34-35. They tried to challenge Jesus. Like, yo, who, Duke? Yo, you walking around here talking about you the son of God. Yo, boy, you better back up with that shit before you get smacked up. Yo, somebody go get my strap. Okay, they ain't really say it like that. No, I'm serious, man. Jesus was a real threat to the religious leaders in that day. They was like, yo, surround this dude. Yo, dude, what is this? Why, you got like, 1,000 people behind you and shit. I ain't got nobody coming up in the synagogue hitting me off. Yo, dude, you got to put a stop to this shit. What you talking about, man? What kind of new shit you talking around here? You got to live Jesus for real. See, God told me, yo, take the blinders off, man. God said, stop trying to impress me because you reading the Bible. I need you to understand that shit. I need you to be Jesus and understand the intellectual pressure he was under and how he dropped that science like it was a jewel. Is it not written that I said, ye are gods? Clearly breaking down that this was an illusion and that they were in his illusion. And you know that he is the author of all in his illusion. Is it not written that I said? Expanding on his own imagination, but I don't want to get all into that. I'm just trying to let you brothers know who you are. Ye are gods. So when you having sex with your lady, stop wasting them opportunities. Let's put some real magic and light the candles. Wait. It's very important to understand this principle. After you do this ritual, there is a waiting period for the actual effect, because the sex act was the cause. So there's a waiting period for the actual effect to take place. Now, as one who's, studied magic, I can tell you that it'll take anywhere from 3, possibly 120 days. But you see, you're not supposed to gauge that. What you're supposed to do is this. The whole experience was like a little bubble. You and your lady in your room. And after that experience, the cool down period, you let that bubble float off. You send that bubble to its destination point. The universe already knows that that office is now yours. The universe will match that which you've presented in that high frequency moment. Did anybody hear me? This is sex magic. I'm going to say it again. When you get in that orgasm and you create that vision, and in that cool down stage, you live that vision, immerse yourself in it. The receiving stage has to come. That's the karma of the event coming back to you because you initiated as an initiator. And your woman will create it as the creator. Oh, I don't know who's listening. But I hope somebody got that. I hope somebody got that. You are masculine energy, initiation, and she is feminine energy, creation. Stop wasting all that time. You can, whatever vision you have, try it. I need one brother that says, yo, you know what, try that shit right there, son. I'm gonna try, but here, I'll let you know this. Remember, all of my lectures are spiritually blessed. So if this lecture has found you, that means your God knows you, not my God. I am just merely the messenger. And remember, even as you're listening to this audio, this is all within your illusion. Your God has found you within your own illusion to share this information. But the reason I mentioned God in this is because if you're going to do a sex magic ritual, you may want to honor your God first and after. And while you're waiting for the manifestation, during the manifestation, honor your God. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because anytime you ask your God for something, between the initiation and the actual manifestation or creation, there's a time period, and that during that time period, that's when your God is transforming you for the vision. So there's a transformation period. So during this transformation period, you remain calm and happy, and make sure the garden, your woman, her womb, overall, her mindset and her heart is loving, joyful, peaceful, and balanced at all times. Protect your garden. Don't let nothing come near your garden. And please don't let another nigga get up in that piece. But if your goddess is righteous, this would never happen. That's why, in order for her to be righteous, you yourself must be righteous first. Law of attraction. Well, I'm serious about these laws. You see, so this righteousness must exist between the two of you in terms of what you're trying to do. Because that's your energy now you have placed within her garden. That's your seed. And that don't necessarily mean release the seed into the woman. We're talking about energy here, not necessarily anything physical in terms of biological seed. We're talking about energy. We're talking about esoteric thought, consciousness. Her energy, your energy together, and this thought, this event now is now circulating out there in the universe, and it's going to come back around to you. 360 degrees of truth in your circle. Oh, this is real. This is food for the gods. And when it comes back around, the universe is working it out so that the person who's in that position is got to get a different situation. No harm to them. You don't have to feel sorry for them that they may possibly be fired or they may be promoted or, they may have to fly to another country. It doesn't matter how the universe removes them from the spot. Your job is to sit back and implement the law of observation and let your God. And when that position opens up for somebody to apply for, hey, I'll apply for that. Knowing all along that that's your spot. It doesn't matter that, you know, people are going to be saying, oh, in the corner, because, you know, it's going to be like this. He ain't ready for that spot. You know, it doesn't matter what your vision is. There's going to be some challenge towards your vision. But one must remain still. One must remain focused. And one must remain faithful, knowing that their God will bring this vision about. You see, this is sex magic. So, to the gods and the goddesses out there, once again, this is Professor L coming back to drop that science, baby. Now, I've been holding that one for a minute because I said, you know, I was putting up a whole bunch of other stuff and trying to work on my book at the same time. But I said, yo, I can't hold this one back, man, because the gods, they deserve this, man. They have listened to Esoteric Power of the Pussy. You know, I got to come back with one for the brothers, and that one is to my brothers. But the sisters are welcome to listen in. This is Professor L. I come with that food for the gods. Lift the consciousness, raise the frequency, and resurrect the consciousness of the gods. So, like, share, subscribe, and if you really appreciate it, brother, show your love. Hit me up at PayPal. That's loveseed777 at gmail.com. That's LUVSEED 777 at gmail.com. So my brothers, you now got the power. Don't waste those sexual events. Don't waste those sexual nights. Set it up one night. Make sure she's happy. Get on your knees before your God. Get that clear vision in your mind and get to work. And remember, after that work is done, don't let nothing happen to that garden. Keep that garden nice. Keep it protected. And watch that vision manifest. This is Professor L. Once again, I love myself, and myself is all of you. Sex magic for the gods. Now go get busy, baby, and transform your world. This Professor L. Peace, and I'm out.